So we want to design a page like this. We will add the code's name. So it's a part of DOM only. We'll say enter code's name. We'll just provide enter code's name. And also we got a text box. This is a text box. So the user can enter the value in that place. And we got a button, add codes. So this is what the method is, add codes. This is a button. So whenever we add a codes, if that element, that particular code's name is already added. So this is one, add codes. What are the available courses at Software IT? Courses at Software IT. So which are all the courses available in SIT? Courses at SIT. We are just keep on adding. So whatever the courses are there, it should be displayed. So for example, I add here Core Java. I'm adding Core Java. Click on add codes. What should happen is that Core Java to be added here, provided Core Java is not there in the list. Core Java is added. Then after adding this Core Java from this text box to be removed. So what is that we have to do? So this is one location, maybe an ordered list or unordered list, something like that, or maybe Core Java 1, 2, 3, 4. So what I need is enter code's name. One code's name will be added. Add codes. When you click on that, it should call a function, and that function should store this particular code's name into the array, provided that particular codes is not at all available in the list. So what is that we need to do? Button click time. Button click. So first is function call. Then inside the function call, get the text box value, text field value. Get the text field value. Check its presence in array. Check that presence in array. How can you check whether it is available in the array or not? Index of you can use. If index of is returning a negative value less than 0, then only it should be added. Then check its presence in array. If not present, store add in the array. Add that code's name to end of array. Add that code's name to the end of array. So you need to add that code's name to end of array. Then display array contents in a separate region. Then after that, we need to clear text field value. Text field value. These are all the steps involved. So enter code's name, a text box, add codes. First, let us design this. Understand the steps, what is required also. So understand the steps, what is required also. So what is that we want to do is, we want to apply this particular logic. So these are all the steps we need to do whenever we click on the button. So first, let us design this page practically. We want to design this particular page. Now, let us see. We will have a division, one division. Inside that, you can have a paragraph, or directly, what is that we need to have? Enter code's name. So enter a label we are giving. So we will provide the code's name. Label 4 is equal to txt code's name. So txt code's name, label 4. We are applying this label /label. In the side of that, a text box is required. Input type is equal to text. ID is equal to txt code's name. txt code's name. So ID also we are giving. Then size of that, we are giving it as 20. Auto focus. The focus should be auto focus. Then we got a button on click is equal to, we want to call a function, add codes is a function that we need to call. Add codes is a function and the label is add codes. So this is what the first part that we have. So label for in division, we need to have all this data. So label for txt codes name, enter codes name, input type is equal to text, ID is equal to txt codes name, size is equal to 20, autofocus, button on click is equal to add codes, and we got add codes. So this is what the division that we have. So when you run this, open with the live server, enter codes name is what we are getting. So we'll provide some title also, courses at SIT. So courses at SIT. So we'll have courses at SIT, enter codes name, one text box, add codes is what we are getting. Then in another division, so this ID, okay, ID is equal to codes region. So diff ID is equal to courses region. So ID is given as courses region. Nothing we are providing there. So this is what the division. Now we'll apply some styles. So we cannot see anything there. So we'll apply some styles. We want to make some in a beautiful way. So we got the body. We'll apply margin of 10 pixel. Font hyphen family. Font hyphen family. Verdana or Arial. We are applying a font as Arial. Sans serif. And also we apply the font size as 20 pixel. So font size of 20 pixel we applied body. So enter codes name. So button also input and also input comma button font hyphen size of 20 pixel. So we are applying the font size as 20 pixel. Codes name also 20 pixel, add codes. So color and all if you want you can apply. So we'll apply the placeholder also for this. Placeholder is equal to enter codes name. Placeholder is equal to enter codes name. So when you say placeholder is equal to enter codes name, placeholder is equal to enter codes name. So that is what we are getting. Enter codes name. Add codes button. So button also if you want you can provide some CSS. So button border, no border, border none. Background, transparent background hyphen color. So transparent color, no color is required. So we'll apply some border radius. So 1 pixel solid black color. And also we'll apply the border radius. So border hyphen radius of 20 pixel. And also we'll provide a width of 150 pixel. So we are having a border button also. So why border is not coming? So border, just only border, not border radius. Border 1 pixel solid and this one. So button is coming. And also we want to apply some padding of 10 pixel. So button is also coming 5 pixel. So not much styles and all. Whenever the mouse is coming on top of that, so some properties to be changed. So button colon hover, button colon hover, background. So linear gradient, 45 degrees, black, dark, red, and also color of white. The foreground color is given as white, and border we are giving none, no border at all. So that also is done. Add codes, enter codes name we are providing. So whatever the codes names are added, so I'll say core Java, My requirement is whenever we click on this, it is calling a function. Which function it is calling? The function calling is add codes is the function. So let us have a JavaScript. So JavaScript is nothing but new file, codesus.js. So we got a JavaScript as codesus.js. So inside this codesus, let variable is equal to this one. So arrow function, so function definition, arrow function for adding codes to array. So first we want to add the codes into the array. For that particular purpose, we got that add codes. So don't forget to provide that arrow also. So add codes is a function expression. So we have got an array. Let codesus is equal to new array. Like this, we create an array, or you can say let codesus is equal to square braces. That's also enough. So you can say another way as let codesus is equal to this one, an empty array. Both the ways you can follow. So at present, codesus no values are there. Now what is that we require is this JavaScript to be included in our page. So below this, we are including JavaScript. Script type is equal to text/JavaScript. src is equal to codesus.js. Codesus.js is what we are giving. So we are including the JavaScript. So script type is equal to text/JavaScript src codesus.js. We are adding that particular codesus. Now what I need is, we want to get the reference of this text field. This is what the text field ID. So we want to get the reference of the text field. So let txt, I'll just provide the same ID, code's name is equal to, how to get the reference of that? Document dot get element by ID of this one, or query selector. So we got the reference. We assume that we check that it is already available. So txt code's name is document dot get element by ID. After that, we want to get the reference of this region also, codesus_region, to show the result. So let codesus_region is equal to, you can use document dot query selector also can be used. So inside the query selector, ID selector. So hash this one. So we got the reference of that region also. So array is available. Text box field value is available. Codesus region is also available. Now what I need is get code's name from text field. So let codes is equal to, how to get the value from that text field? So txt code's name dot value. So we are getting the code's name from the text box. So we got that. So some cases nothing will be entered. So in order to check that something is entered or not, if codes dot length, codes is a string. So length we are using if it is length greater than 0. So to check whether codes is entered or not, to check whether the code's name is entered or not, code's name is entered or not. To check whether the code's name is entered or not, length. To check whether the code's name is entered or not, codes.length greater than 0. So let's just find out what is the code's length. So alert codes plus codes.length. Codes is a string. So I use a property called length. So now let us run this. So we will enter. I'm not entering anything. Add codes. What is coming? 0. Nothing is entered. If I enter core Java, click on add codes. What is the length of that? 9. Suppose if I enter capital A, add codes. What is the size? 1. Suppose I enter some spaces. And after this also some spaces are given. So listen very carefully, please. So some spaces are added in the beginning and some spaces are given at the end. Some spaces are added at the beginning and some spaces are given at the beginning end. What is the length? Actually, only one character. The spaces are added. 9 is coming. So what should I do is, when I get that string, we should take out it's a string. We are getting the string. We want to take out the starting and ending spaces. We want to take out the starting and ending spaces. For that purpose, to remove the leading and ending spaces of a string. So when we talk about the string, that time we can understand this. I'll say codes is equal to codes.trim. Codes.trim. Trim is a function of Java, string. Trim is a method of string to take out the leading. Leading means starting as well as ending spaces of a string. To take out the starting and ending spaces of a string. Codes is equal to codes.trim. Now you see, same spaces are given. Add codes. What is the length is coming? 1. It is sure that the spaces are being removed. That's what trim function we have. So that part is over. Now, if anything is entered, that means the length is greater than 0. Alert is not required for our understanding only. We are giving that. To check whether the code's name is entered or not. Now what I need is leading and ending space of a string entered in the text field or not. So in the text field is entered or not. For that length, alert, else case, I'm just giving a message, alert, please enter a code's name. Please enter a code's name as the alert box. So practical scenario, something like a project. So now you see, I have not entered anything. Add codes. What is coming? Please enter a code's name. If I added only the space, add codes, please enter a code's name. I should enter a code's name. So if I enter A, okay, that part is over. If condition, it's coming. So we entered the code's name. Now what is that we need to do? We need to check whether that particular code's name is it available? So core Java, I don't want to mention 2 times in our software IT codes list. So you need to check the presence of the entered code's name in the codes array. So we got a codes array to check the presence of the entered code's name in the codes array, or add the code's name to the array if not present in array. If not present in array. If it is not there in the array, so what is that we have to do? Integer index is equal to codes dot index of codes. So codes dot, not integer, sorry, let index is equal to codes dot index of codes. If it is not available, what it will return? -1. So you need to check out whether that code's name is already there or not. If index less than 0, that means it is not available. Then you can push that into the array at the last or at the beginning. So how can you add that at the last? Codes dot push codes. Or if you want to add it in the beginning, what is that we have to do? Into the array, if you want to add it, what is that we need to do? Codes dot unshift, either to the beginning or at the end codes. So now what we are doing is we are adding it to the beginning. So else case. So index is not that means it is already available. So alert, code's name is, so code's name is already in list. Code's name is already in list. So now you see, after adding, I just console it. So console.log courses. We are just consoling it. Console.log courses. So practical thing only. Load it. I'm just adding core Java. C-O-R-E. Add codes. F12. Core Java is added. After adding, I want to remove this. So I have got the next one as ADV Java. So second time, advanced Java, because the new element is added to the beginning. Then I want to clear that. Hibernate. Hibernate, advanced Java, core Java. Because we used unshift. Because of that, that particular data is added to the beginning. Then I will say Spring. The next course, Spring adding. But what I want is, after the element is added, we want to remove that value. So how can you remove the value? The value is available. So clear the text field value. So text field value. How to clear the text field value? In order to clear the text field value, which is a text field, txt codes name dot value is equal to nothing. So clear the text field value, txt codes name dot value is equal to nothing. So this is how we clear the text field. So how are we able to clear the text field? So we are clearing the text field. So how it is that? Txt codes name dot value, txt codes name dot value is equal to nothing. How are we able to clear the text field value? This is the way we are clearing. Now let's see. Coming to this. Nothing is entered, for example. Please enter a course name. We will enter the course name, core Java. Add codes, core Java is added. Now it is cleared also. Now I'll say again, same core Java. Add codes, what is coming? Course name is already in list. So it should be cleared. No, don't clear it because it's already there. So we can understand what is the mistake inside this. So it is not added. Code's name is already in list. It's a practical thing. We are not studying only some methods. What are the methods? We are using it practically. So now we'll say advanced Java, ADV Java. If it is added, it is being removed. So that adding work is over. Adding the elements is over. Now, once it is added, what is that we need to do? We need to display that courses in this particular region. In this region, we want to apply courses underscore region. So what is that we need? So we'll say let result display. So what is the result to display? Is equal to one HTML H2 courses at SIT. What are the courses at SIT? Along with this, we want to add some data. So this is what the value. Now we want to take each course name. So how to take each course name? Let, or already codes is there. So for codes of courses, from that array, we are getting each codes. We are getting each codes from that, and that value is added into the result display. So result display is equal to the value of that result display, the existing value. Below that, we want to add that particular code's name. So anyway, H2 control will come to the next line. So dollar codes. So we are adding that codes. After that, the control should come to the next line. We'll say BR. We are adding that. Once you add, so result display contains the result, that result to be applied into this particular region. So how to display that value in that particular region? For that purpose, courses region dot, how to put that data? Inner HTML is equal to result display. So courses underscore region dot inner HTML is equal to result display. What is the result to display? Courses at SIT. What are the courses? If the length of the array is greater than 0, then only we want to do this. If the value, if courses dot length greater than 0, if courses dot length greater than 0, then only we want to do this, otherwise not. If courses dot length greater than 0, then only we want to show that in the result feed, otherwise not. If now you run this, coming to this, if I just click on add codes, nothing, enter a code's name. Now what I do is core Java. So that condition is not required. That is extra condition. Anyway, we are checking that in the starting itself. Display result core Java. So what is the problem? Dollar is not given. Dollar. So now you see, we'll say core Java. Courses at SIT, core Java. Next one, ADV Java. ADV Java will come first. ADV Java, core Java. Then Hibernate. We got Spring. So H2 is applied. So all the courses are being added dynamically. So we add Hibernate once again. Add codes. Code's name is already in list. So same value only is coming. So this is how we are adding Hibernates. Hibernate is also added. So dynamically we are adding. So now you apply some CSS into this. You can apply some CSS. Maybe the division and all, we can give it in a proper way. So all the division, a width of 400 pixel, background, linear gradient, 45 degrees, dark slate gray. So creativity and all, it's up to you. Dark slate gray as well as blue violet. Then after that, foreground color is white. Font size and all we applied. Code's name, so width to be increased, maybe 50% of the screen. We are providing some padding of 10 pixel. Border radius 20 pixel. So other division is also coming. So margin 100 pixel. So two divisions are coming. Add codes, all that. So whenever the mouse is coming, automatically it's being changing. Displaying. If any elements are there, then only we have to display that. So we'll say HTML. Add codes. Codes as a SIT, HTML. So if you want, you can give it as ordered list also. So we can have it as a ordered list also. How to make it as a ordered list? So inside this H2, we'll make an ordered list. Type is equal to 1. Ordered list. And this one will be the list item, LI and /LI. The list items are given. At the last, ordered list we are closing. At the last, we are closing the ordered list. So along with this, whatever the existing value, we will close the ordered list /OL. And that is what is given there. Ordered list also we can apply some property. So now you refresh. I'll provide HTML. 1, 2, 3 may come. So 1 HTML. Codes at SIT. So HTML, CSS. Let the focus should come back to that JavaScript. If you say, if it is coming like this, the last added element is coming to the first. So if you don't want to have it in that way, you can say push. So first goes in the first place only. So you can go for push. The elements are added at the last. So HTML, add codes. So we got CSS, JavaScript. Let the focus come back to that. So JavaScript, jQuery, Bootstrap. So we are able to add each codes into the list. So we are getting HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery, Bootstrap. And also inside the CSS for the list item also, we can provide something. So list item, margin. So margin left is 40 pixel. By default, it is there. So I'll just provide 10 pixel. Margin 10 pixel. So HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Some gap is also coming. So JavaScript. So background and whatever you want, you can provide there. Any CSS you want, you can give there. So JavaScript, jQuery. So these things you are able to do, the programming you are able to do only if you practice these things in a proper way. If you are clear with the fundamentals, then only you are able to implement something like this. Otherwise, no use of that. So please do. That's what I'm just keep on telling. Practice, understand the concept. Otherwise, there's no use. So if you want to understand this, these are all the steps. Button click, function call, get the text field value, check its presence in the array. If not present, add that code's name to end of array. Display array contents in a separate region. So that's what we talk about DOM, document object model, and clear text field value. So to clear and all, there's no methods at all. Just we say equal to nothing. So designing part you can do, and you check out this codesus.js. What are the steps? I given some comments. So you can go with this array, or you can simply say this also. We created an array. Then we have got an arrow function for adding codes to array. This is what the arrow function. Get the reference of the field elements. This is nothing but get field references. So the text box as well as the result region. This is what the function, get codes name from text field. To remove the leading and ending spaces of a string, we use trim. To check whether the code's name is entered in the text field, that means if anything is entered, the length will be greater than 0. If it is entered, now we are checking whether it is already available. So whatever the functions we discuss, we use push, unshift, index of, all that things we have done. And how to retrieve the data and how to make a result field value in an ordered list and how to place that. So to place the codes in the web page. So it's nothing but DOM, document object model. So you place the codes in the web page. So codes_region.inner_HTML. Actually, this is not required. So whenever you are adding a particular codes, automatically the length will be greater than 0 only. Clear the text field value. So this is only to check if any codes are there or not, retrieving the contents of array. To get array contents, if any. To get array contents, if any. So for off loop, codes is already declared above. That's the reason why I'm not declaring it once again. Codes is already declared. That's the reason why we are not declaring that codes again. Getting the value, list item. So ordered list, and at that finally ordered list is closed and the result is being given in the codesus_region page. This is the page that we have done. So I'll say Java related courses, core Java. Let the focus come back, ADV Java, Hibernate, Spring. We are adding the elements at the bottom, web services. If I add web services once again, it will say code's name is already in list. Code's name is already in list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is available. You can clear the list also. So like this, multiple operations you are able to implement.